Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Today, or this afternoon rather, in the beer room. Back in the old beer room for one. Probably do one later in the house because it gets a bit cold in here, but at the moment it's warm enough. Now today's review, and I've got to get a better place to put this because I'm too far away from the camera and it's an angle. Today I want to review the people who've just brought one of our biggest and best breweries in the UK, i.e. Fuller's. So today, Asahi. Super dry, it says. Japan's #1 beer. Although it's lager, but hey, we won't go into details. Asahi beer, the beer for all seasons. Lager. Right, we'll crack it open. Or for its proper classification, wheeled lager. That's what it's called at in supermarkets. So that's what it really is, a wheeled lager. The beer classification is strange to say the least. So, light gold colour, not quite the same as your Fosters and your Carlings and whatnot. Very sporadic lacing. No carbonation, but it might be the glass, so don't hold me to that. White head. Light malt aroma. Pretty standard lager taste, Very refreshing straight away. I mean, that's where lagers, and ciders win it over beers. Beers are not generally refreshing, apart from some of your golden ales. Beer's more about taste. I mean, in the middle of summer, everything's refreshing. Bar dark beers. Dark beers, no, not in summer months. But this time of the year, we are in February. It's like February the 20th today. I'm in the beer room, that's a miracle. There's no heating on. I've just got home from work. I thought I'll do a quick one. No one's in the house, so I can have peace in the beer room. So yeah, really sporadic lacing. What's the temperature in here? So only 11 degrees, so it's not that warm in here. Although I have got my work clothes on, so 3 layers on the top. And I've just come from work, so I'm not too cold at the moment. I will be after I've drunk this. So, in the ass, I'm alright because I've got somewhere to put the pant while I talk. Out here, I've only got me rattan set. I've got that 2 3-piece rattan 3-piece sweets. And I've got all the cushions piled up just below where the camera is now. And that's what's holding the camera in place. I will sort out some shelves for doing different reviews. Because at some stage this year, I'm just going to sit on the sofa and do a review. Sod it, eh? This year, going to do lots of trial homebrew stuff as well. I want to do a lager. A friend at work who's going to do the Mexican cerveza from Wilco's. And I want to try as many different home brews, making my own certainly making my own ciders and wines is definitely more on the agenda. I'm going to make a prune juice wine, and I know obviously prune juice helps you go to the toilet, so I might give that to somebody who I'm not keen on. So yeah, have a bottle of this, let them drink it, and then have the shits for 2 days. So let me have a quick look at Asahi and review scores on the internet. Obviously, people on beer websites will give it a low score simply because it's a lager, more of a lager than it is a beer. Hence the score I'm just reading there. So on ratebeer.com, It's got 2.16 out of 5 from 1,800 ratings. And they've got a lot of bump here, so we'll go through the bump. Pasteurised bottle. Asahi Super Dry was a direct result of extensive market research which indicated the consumer preference for a more palatable beer, bloody lager, with less maltiness, relatively high alcohol content and a light aftertaste that paired well with the changing Japanese diet. With this insight, Asahi used its brewing knowledge to develop a beer with a crisp bite, refreshing taste and clear finish. To satisfy this requirement, codename Project FX, Asahi engineered, can't be that bloody hard, pardon my French, to highly attenuated, highly carbonated Pilsner. The later renamed product, Super Dry, began sales in 1987 and gave birth to the dry beer category. The market's success spawned similar competitor products and initiated what was known as the Dry Wars in Japan. Okay, now. Basically don't know what lager is and what beer is, but anyway, back to the thing. And a brief marketing fad for dry beers internationally. However, Asahi has stood the test of time, and now years later, Super Dry continues its legacy as the world's premier dry beer. Special yeast Asahi number 18 is the proprietary ingredient used to give Super Dry its dryness. God, this goes on for ages. This special strand of yeast produces high attenuation, sorry if I can't spell it right, during fermentation in conjunction with the choice grains. Finest ingredients. Asahi uses, I probably got that all about face. Asahi uses select grains and hops sourced worldwide based on strict criteria to maintain flavour consistency and promote sustainability. God, I've fallen asleep. Barley with high starch content and both noble style bitter and fine aroma hops are key contributors to the Super Dry smooth taste. ABV 4.9 to 5%. Right, that's enough of that shit. I mean, really, it's boring as they come. So, let's read a couple of reviews. This is a 4 out of 5, but he's only done 6 reviews, so, you know, take it as you find it. I've come from adoring IPAs to coming back to lighter beers. This is one of the lighter beers around. IPA makes me sick afterwards if I take more than one bottle or can. This one doesn't. Guess which one wins? Yeah, okay. So, proper review this time. Here we go. Somebody with 18,000 reviews, so they pretty much know what they're talking about. Give it a 2.7 out of 5. Golden coloured pour with a white head. Grassy, grainy, notes of cereal, light, vague citrus notes, light to medium body, grassy, dry finish. Another one, 2.3. Poured clear golden, white head, aroma was grainy, rice, burnt malt, taste was mild sweet, malt, biscuit, grains. And it just goes on and on like that, really. On the whole, most lagers actually seem to taste very similar. Grass, hay, light malt. You know, there's not a lot of difference in between them. You could do blind taste tests and a lot of them would taste the same. Gassiness will be different on some. Some, you know, it looks like I've got a cross here like at them out of Doctor Strange. I have to look when I get them. Maybe I've been swiped by something. And it's so off-putting. All I can see is it just there. And it looks like that woman, the people like Doctor Strange, the ones that use the dark side. And you can see a fucking mark here. And it's really winding me up. The problem is I've got to look at that to see myself talking. And it's just doing me nothing. But anyway, back to the beer. Yes, they are very similar. You know. Focusing on the positives. It's crisp. It's refreshing. It's certainly not... I mean, they say it's super dry. I get sweetness in the aftertaste. Dry initially, sweet in the aftertaste. Better than the likes of Corona, which I don't know why that beer is so highly rated. Maybe when it's got lime with it, it is a different kettle of fish. But as a standalone beer, it's bland as they come. Same with Sol. You know, a lot of these beers, a lot of these lagers are very bland. You know, Heineken has a smoothness. Peroni, the Birra Moretti craft lagers, the Siciliana Toscana, that is perfect for lager. I mean, let's be fair, a lot of lagers are drank by people just wanting something. They're not connoisseur. It's not a connoisseur drink like real ales can be, and certainly craft beers. But the craft lager generation now, you're seeing flavour come through. You know, it's got to evolve. You know, because people are not going to drink standard Carling, Carlsberg, Foster's forever. You know, there's got to be some change. I mean, it has happened with that Foster's Radler. But the problem is that Foster's Radler, when it came out, it's only 2.8%. Doesn't appease the generation that wants stronger lagers. And the mid-range generation that want something at 4% that's got strength, that's got taste. And sometimes that's where it does appease those who are light drinkers and who will have one and they're driving, you know, because 2.8%, you're not going to fail the breath test on 2.8%. I know technically you shouldn't even drink and drive at all, but 2.8%, you're not going to fail at any breath test with that. Although don't take me word on it, you know. I don't want to get anybody suing me in years to come. Oh, very crisp, real bite as it goes down, really refreshing. I'm not going to drink the whole bottle on camera because it's a large bottle. We'll be here for 20 minutes of me rattling on. Definitely some bite there. Whew. Okay. So, what is the alcohol content? For curiosity's sake, because you can't always take gospel off the internet. So it's 5.2%. So one of the stronger mainstream lagers out there. Everybody comes to me and says it's a beer, I'm going to thump them. It's nice, it's refreshing. On a day like today, it's been pretty warm out there today while I've been working. You know, still jumper / coat weather. But, you know, in the sun, it's been quite nice. And, you know, having that after a day at work, lovely. Not a drink I'd want to drink regular. Certainly not it doesn't, you know, it's not one of them drinks I'd want to go to, you know, on a regular basis. It's nice for just a short, sharp, refreshing drink. So out of 5. One of the nicer lagers, I've got to say. So I'm going to give it, in the lager out of 5s, 4.1 out of 5. That was actually a pretty decent effort from Asahi. Let's hope they don't ruin Followers. We shall see. I mean, it's nice that Japanese companies invested in Britain. With all the Brexit rubbish that's going off at the moment, the scaremongering, you know, and the scaremongering comes from the rich people, because they stand to lose more than the poor people. And that's where the vast majority of the scaremongering comes from. And, you know, I could do I'd love to do a video on Brexit. Yeah, but I'm not going to, because we're talking about lager and beers and ciders. We don't want to talk about that shite. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you soon.